Okay, good morning, Jake.
Hello, how are you?
So, let's start from, just your bio, like, a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
then why did you come to work with Huachuma with us, and your previous experiences, and then how was it with us, to share
Yeah, but
whatever you want,
well, yeah. So I guess my background started. So it started out on a very corporate kind of path, and I grew up, born, bred, studied, worked in London, and probably for the first, I'd say 32 years of my life, I've been stuck in this rat race. I'm 35 now, and it was moving to Barcelona, and where I really started to let go of a lot of these kind of perceived expectations of me, and I think it allowed me to relax. Like I used to be very highly strung, and it allowed me to.
Just saying, I think it's not strong enough, not the volume.
Oh, it's not loud enough?
Not loud enough. You need to speak a little bit
Okay,
louder,
okay.
because we're a bit far.
Yeah.
And I don't think she can come closer, because then she won't
Yeah.
see us.
Okay.
Can you come a little bit closer, so you still have two people here? Like if we sit closer, so the mic will be better.
Yeah.
Like this is good. Yeah. Can you see two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but still have your.
What should I start?
Yeah. No, say,
Oh, yeah.
just a bit louder. so
Okay,
people
okay.
can hear.
Very clear my throat. Get a bit more.
Water. Want some more medicine to kind of fire you up a little bit?
I don't know why the cactus has made my throat really gammy.
Funny, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, no. So so when I moved to Barcelona, I think good weather, the lifestyle, just the kind of culture really allowed me to relax, and then that's where really when I started exploring different types of medicine, and so I've probably had, very slow intro over the space of like 2-3 years, and then really started to appreciate the value of them, I think, in the last 6 months or so. And
Mushrooms?
mushrooms, ayahuasca,
Oh.
tried a bit of LSD. Don't really like that. It feels a bit too man-made.
Synthetic, man.
Yes, it feels
It's
too
just
man-made.
Plastic spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not my thing.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think, and so why did I come here? So I think I am very early on in the kind of journey that I've kind of embarked on, I think. And for me, ayahuasca, I didn't gel with it at all, and it was a very uncomfortable experience, and I didn't really get. It was very physically uncomfortable, and mentally, it didn't really unlock anything for me. And so I was curious to explore other things, and I came on a trip here with my girlfriend, and she said,
Wife from yesterday.
"Well, no, yeah, fiance now, exactly."
Huachuma Wasi.
Yes, the spiritual proposal.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "I like the look of this. Should we go?" And I said, "Okay." And so here we
She
are.
found us. She
Yeah,
found
so
the
she-
Huachuma and then kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So she
What
did
you
all the
did.
research and it had a great, from the website, it had a great vibe. I love that you wrote books about your own experiences and your own kind of journey with the cactus. And yeah, it just had a really good energy about it. And so I thought, and I trust Harriet obviously, and I thought, why not? And so here we are.
Getting married.
Yeah, exactly. My God. Well, I mean that I don't know if I can probably burn your ears off telling you about the whole experience.
No, just just kind of highlights. How was it for you? How was the medicine for you? How was the medicine experience? How was staying with us? Just the whole thing. Your experience here, Huachuma Wasi.
It's been extremely beautiful, and there's been, apart from a tiny bit of physical discomfort, there's been nothing negative whatsoever. And I think, I don't want to big myself up, but I think that's because I've come here with a really, really big intention of just trying to let go and all my insecurities, all my anxiety, all these big perceptions of what I should be and etc. And my whole intention has been just to let go, and that as the starting point has been, I think, so powerful, because it's just, it's unlocked stuff which I've experienced. And the last day I experienced something which I just never believed I could experience, and it was pretty mind blowing. But it was, So just like in a brief, the journey I went through this week. It's a beautiful setting, and that obviously helps a lot. And I think that's a lot of the healing, is actually just being in nature and being in a beautiful place. And I love how this place, how the Wasi, I think you call it, Wasi, yeah, is a
it's a home from Quechua.
Wasi
is the cactus house.
Okay, yeah.
It's a home of the cactus.
Yeah, it's just
the native language.
Okay, yeah, yeah, and I just love how it's. It really feels like a home. It just is so fuss free, and just like you can just really be yourself here.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I was like, because it's no frills or at all, but it is just. And it occurred to me that is exactly the purpose of what you're trying to create here, is somewhere where you can just feel really at home and really at peace. And so I think actually...
And figure yourself out, to understand who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And I
who
think...
you truly are.
Yeah, and I love the fact that in other retreats, there seems a lot of pressure to almost... And I was talking to Harriet about this. I think actually Harriet mentioned to me, and I agreed, which was... In other retreats, you have this expectation to kind of compete with the experience each of us have had, and so it's like a competition of how much drama or
I hate drama, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it happens sometimes and it's part of the medicine, but I hate this. It's like I put my energy into people, so there will be no drama.
Yeah.
I want peace here for you, for everybody
exactly.
to discover. I hate this stuff.
No, I totally agree. And actually, that was one big, on the second day, was one huge realization, which was, and people have been saying this all the time, but I finally understood it on Wednesday, I think, and I hope I can retain this, because what I realized is actually all suffering is a creation of the mind. And I come from a super rational, I'm a mathematician, I have a super rational mind. Everything has to make sense, and so to
that's
speak.
Your degree?
That's my degree, exactly.
Like mathematician is the degree. What? Like university degree? Or
university degree.
What are you, like master in math or something?
Yeah, so I've got a bachelor in maths and then engineering. I did a master's in engineering.
In math.
Applied maths.
That's a number.
Exactly.
You're a number guy.
I spent my whole life doing Excel, right? And
I hate math.
Well, exactly. And so I come to this with this super rational mind. I need to know how this thing is doing stuff in my head, and
how things work.
Yeah,
2 plus 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Equation. What's the equation here?
Yeah, so you can imagine my mind is going
nuts.
Yeah, exactly. But no, this.
What happened to your math actually on the Huachuma? Let's talk about that.
Well, I
on a strong cup of.
The second ceremony,
the Wednesday.
You pushed it.
What happened to the math? Where did the number go?
Well, I went through this kind of wormhole where just nothing really existed at all, and I definitely didn't exist. And I think, I don't know, I'll probably have to try doing some sums later on, but I don't know, I think it's probably still there, but I think what it has done is really, this experience has really transformed my whole understanding of spirituality, and
can redefine it.
Yeah, well, it's just shown me the kind of
that, or just it exists.
That it exists, and I was always skeptical about it, and it really has, in a very powerful way, shown me.
That's a powerful insight, man.
Yeah,
it's very powerful. It's
like
moving from atheist mindset into spiritual.
Yeah.
That's a serious transition.
Exactly.
You know, that's a huge thing.
I think so.
It's not a small thing.
And it's like on Wednesday, where you gave us the mega cheeky, but he and that. So what I realised there was that suffering is a creation of the mind, and like if you could just tell your mind to shut the hell up for 5 minutes,
things will be better.
And be in and just like look at around you and just see nature
The
doing
reality.
its thing. Yeah, and it was just like nature is a celebration. You look everywhere. There's fireworks. It was just so.
It's
beautiful.
a party, man. It's a party of life.
Exactly.
They're partying there. Well, we are like complicating our lives.
Yeah, and I just realised it was, and actually I had this one moment where I was like, "Is this it? Like, is this all the medicine had for me?" And the response was so clear. It was yes, this is it, and that is the point. And humans just always, I find, and myself included, just want more and more and more, and
more stimulations.
Yeah,
that's how your mind trained
Exactly.
by the Western culture, by the modern culture. It's not
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Western. Everybody's kind of following that model, you know. It's
and especially
overstimulation.
and coming from London, it's all you always, and so when you're desiring more, you can never achieve that because you can't achieve more.
That's exactly what I write in my new book.
Okay,
It's like
well, I probably should read it.
It's like there's a chapter on that, like about. I mean, I don't want to spoil the book, but it's very important. It's about not being happy because you're never here.
Yeah,
You're always in the future. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
You get to the future, and then you again in the future. You just need to read it. This is like serious stuff there, you know, just about what
Yeah.
you're saying.
yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, it's just you're setting yourself up for disappointment because, I mean, just by being the mathematic mind coming in, you literally it's impossible to achieve more
because you
there's
never.
always one.
Yeah, there is always more there. There is always farther than you think you are,
Yeah,
and you think the farther is better.
exactly.
That's mean what's here, it's not enough.
Yeah,
That's mean you just missed out on a big chunk of life. And then big chunk plus big chunk plus big chunk, that equals your life.
yeah,
That's your
And then
equation right there, man.
yeah,
You know, every day, a day plus a day plus a day, that's your life.
yeah,
So if you miss out on a day,
yeah,
that consists of your life. So you're kind of missing out on life
yeah.
by missing out on a day.
Mm.
So that's what the medicine was teaching you. Be here now, enjoy what is,
Yeah,
and build from that point. Project your future and do what you want to do, but from this point on, it's like this moment is beautiful. This moment is enough.
yeah,
That's what the medicine was teaching you.
yeah, and that's exactly what it was. And then it was funny because on Wednesday when you fried my brain, all that was going on in my mind was, if you could shut your mind up for 5 minutes, you would be in bliss. But then my mind was still going because it was telling me that. And so on Friday, when I think you gave me a much stronger dose. But
Same medicine, less medicine. Same medicine, lesser dose.
I don't trust it. But no, I know I do understand what you mean. I'm maybe more connected to it, So
the mind stopped.
No, so it was just incredible. So I said, okay, I'm now actually going to try what I've been preaching to myself for all of Wednesday. And it was amazing. Wednesday was incredible because I was enjoying nature and I just knew that was the answer and I finally understood it. And then I was like, okay, Friday, let's actually just try what I've been preaching to myself. And I was lying there, I was literally, motionless, and there were flies going in my hair, and I was like, don't, just forget about those. That's your mind trying to distract you from
what
you're trying to get to. And then, I was feeling a bit sick. I was like, no, I'm not going to be sick, so just forget about that. And slowly all these discomforts and distractions, I was like, shut up, turn it off. And at one point I'd completely lost all sense of my body, and I was like, I felt I was melting into the ground. And then I realised the final piece, which was my mind as the mind as the coordinator of saying, like, forget about this sickness, forget about the flies. And then I said, okay, now it's your turn, the final piece to turn off. Oh my God, when I did that, and I did it for like...
So what happened? What did you do?
I don't even know how to describe it, but it was the only thing I can think of is beauty is not something you see; it's something you feel, and it was. I mean, it's impossible to describe, but I mean, the only way I can think of describing it is it was like a full body orgasm, and in the sense that it wasn't.
Cosmic.
What I was expecting was like this very peaceful serenity, like a kind of drop of water in this huge pond, and rippling, that kind of classic kind of Zen Buddhist kind of image. But it was I was going through a freaking wormhole, and it was just absolutely it was so pleasurable. And then I was like, "This is great," and then I'm gonna try it again. But every time I did it, it was just for a split second, and it showed me the power of like your mind and how how hard it is to control it, because it would have been. I mean, I lost all sense of time, but maybe it was a long time, but it felt like a split second.
It was the whole day, actually.
Yes.
6 hours.
Well, I did actually. I thought when I came over to see you, I thought it was before 12, but I think it was the end of the day.
Yeah, we were already walking.
Yeah, but it was just mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. And I came up, and I was, and again coming from a mathematician, and who doesn't believe in spirituality before. I was just so full of love, and it was
in the sense of spirit,
just of I don't know what it was, but it just like it was just looking at you and Alf, and I don't know, it's so much, and then Julian, and obviously Harriet came over, and yeah, it was truly magical.
Man, too bad I didn't know that you're a mathematician. We could talk some more in the ceremonies about this. I could take you to some places intellectually, when you could talk.
Yeah.
What I mean? At some point, it would be just interesting.
Yeah.
Because I had one mathematician before, like years ago. He was a professor of math, teaching in university. He had an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Like just like yours, and I was very happy because mathematician. To me, it's like crippled people, man. It's like I look at you like crippled, man. It's like, oh, this guy, man. I have compassion for you. You're a scientist. I'm sorry for you. You know what I mean? Like you're too rational. Like you're missing out on so much of reality. So I feel for you. You know what I mean? I want to help you. So, but he had an absolutely amazing thing. But it was funny because he was in the ceremonies. Like when we were trying to talk, he was trying to tell me that the whole world is a math, and the tree is a math.
Yeah.
And the it's like, really? It's like, do you really see numbers in this tree? He's like, he's trying to. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad you're having a great time here. You know what I mean? I don't see numbers in the tree, but I understand.
He's in the Matrix.
I don't know. Maybe he was.
Okay, I'm not a math genius like him.
Yeah, I don't know. He was a math guy, but he had a great experience. He's like, thank you, it's amazing. But it was math. Everything was numbered, like really, like Matrix. Like, maybe I was numbers like 875. Like, oh, 875 is kind of.
But I mean, that's cool. But I think
did you see any numbers?
No, it's about getting in touch with nature, and like at one point I was sketching these, I call them Peruvian flies because they look so cute, and they have these big things coming out, and they're completely harmless, and they come and they're very curious.
They're just checking it.
Yeah, exactly, and they land on your fingers and stuff. So I was sketching that, and then this tiny little caterpillar came along, and it was the cutest thing, and it was stuff like that, and I was just looking at like, at every scale you looked at, it was just stunningly beautiful nature. And you can only realise that if you take the time to like just be fully present and in nature,
in your heart.
Yeah.
So let's touch on that. That's a very deep subject. Just that we just touch on that, because I write about this. My books. I don't know if you read my books, but
not yet.
Pretty much in every book there's science, religion, spirituality. I mean, there's all those big subjects that I'm trying to, bring some clarity into all that and kind of connect things and where there is connection and when there isn't, trying to show that. So, like, where do you find, as a mathematician, as a rational person, where do you see this rationale in the world of spirit? Like, how you, maybe I will ask you this, like, there is obviously the world of spirit, you experience that, and there is also rational mind. So where do you see them connect, and do you think they can connect? Do you think they can coexist in one person? And, you know...
Well, I can't even... I've just started scratching the surface.
Okay, from the limited experience you had, where do you put rationality and spiritual perception? Like, how do they
I mean,
work together?
I think... I don't ever want to become like some hermit in a cave living off, shrubs and things.
That looks like a cave to you here.
No, but
I don't want to be there too.
No, but I mean, you exist. You have beautiful daughters who go to school, and you live.
I build that because I don't want to live in a cave. I want to live in a nice place.
No. But what I mean is like, you do you're the perfect example, right? To live in complete peace, but then also coexist in the rational world, then you need to have your rational mind to just
intact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Just to sort out the school
of
bills
course,
or whatever.
Drive kids to school, man. You need to be rational.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do it in the medicine.
Yeah, exactly. If you you can't teleport to school, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, so I think you need. You do need the rational mind.
You absolutely agree.
Yeah, unless you.
The problem with that is that it takes too much space in the scientific atheist environment. It just takes all the space, and there is no space for anything else. That's the problem.
That's what that's
unbalanced.
That's what I realised. I think. I mean, I've been leading up to it because I've been trying to improve myself by letting go a lot of my insecurities and just trying to just be more at peace. And I think really I mean, really this week has made me completely understand it, and I truly hope I'll be able to retain it. But what I understood is that the spiritual mind was all about letting go, and
it's letting go of your logical mind.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah. So if you can
for the time to experience spirit.
Yeah.
And then when you need logic, drive kids to school, you do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like dumping memory in your brain. Like, I don't need those, And I read in this book actually, which I totally believe in, is a lot of thoughts are attached to feelings. So if you let go of, say you're an angry person, then all of your thoughts and memories related to that feeling, once you get rid of that feeling, or you kind of accept it and let it go, then you let go of all of those negative thoughts attached to it. And so I think, in a way,
thoughts are feelings actually.
Just
Expression. It's an expression through your intellect,
No, yeah,
that's what you feel. Really.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's about letting go of, kind of letting go of almost memory usage for your rational mind. This is my maths speak, and so I think it
takes too much space on your hard drive. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Just there is a place for that. There is you need some files there to operate in reality.
No.
I have plenty of rational files in my hard drive. You know what I mean? I write books.
Yeah.
I'm totally functioning in this world, creating content, family, people. But these are files, operating system, part of my operating system. But there are other files that are complete spirit, complete connection with spirit.
Well, that's
you just need to know which file to use when.
Yeah.
Which file to open when.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If you are in the nature, in the woods, and you're opening science and math, you will have some hard time there. You will see numbers in the trees. You know what I mean? The same thing if you're driving on the road and you're thinking about universal connection, man, it might not be very safe. You know what I mean? So it's just being adequate and use the proper tools in proper time. That's it. It's just balance, being aware of yourself, aware of the situation, and using the proper tools. That's really it.
Yeah, But there's
no contradiction.
Well, there's a kind of a paradox there, because you, in a way, because that, I think initially to be able to do that, you need to have quite good control of your mind. But then for me, the whole psychedelic experience has been about letting go of control.
Exactly, it's like out of control.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
being out of control.
Yeah.
And yet being in control by not having this control. It's a paradoxical kind of
and
thing.
that's why I think it's so. Well, I'm talking for myself because I don't want to project onto other people. But like, for me, it's been the reason it's been taken 35 years and taken so long is because I think it is so hard to do that, to let go of control in order to gain control. And
very hard. That's like one of the hardest things I see here.
Yeah.
For me, it was the same.
And as soon as you
just to surrender to the medicine and let it all happen and kind of navigate through this, it's very hard.
Yeah.
If you do it, great.
Yeah, and it takes practice as well, because I think if you take your eye off the ball for, say, you had a tough month, or I don't know, you let something let your mind kind of slip back into control again, then I think you can lose a lot of work quite quickly. And
that's why people come for a longer time, because it's deconditioning. Yeah, it's deconditioning you from your familiar mode of consciousness into a new mode of consciousness, where you can do things that you couldn't do before.
Yeah,
it's like, so it's training again and again and again and again, and like practice brings results. It's the same thing like in everything in life.
Yeah,
you practice more, you become better at that, and you just let go easier, and you just going into the black holes of universal consciousness and getting out on the other side, checking things out, coming back all before dinner.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it just makes life so much more fun, and
of course, and fulfilling.
Yeah,
because it fulfills your heart, it fulfills your spiritual urge. You know.
Ooh, scratching my leg.
Okay. Well, she's just enjoying herself. You know, so it's part of her love. You know.
Yeah.
So okay, so what else do you want to share about just staying with us?
Well, I mean, there's nothing more to say than it's just been a really very beautiful experience, and I just need to find a way to. It's shown. I now understand, and it's shown me, and it's given me a little taster of what it is to kind of fully let go, and it's magical, and so, and I will be forever grateful for that. But it's now. A little spider.
And it's quite
I know it's now flying.
Well, let's put him right there. Come on. She's having some fun here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's fine. He'll find his way.
Yeah. No. So I mean, it's been. Yeah, I'll be forever grateful for that. That kind of just showing me the way, as it were.
It's the power. The medicine have shown you the power of the mind, and the power how to harness your mind.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way. It's like you just need to practice this now, you know. But this is the way.
Yeah.
It's like next time you have challenges and perceived suffering, you will remember this. That it might not be real.
Yeah.
And you can just remove the obstacles simply by wanting to remove them, simply by like not even believing, just choosing to remove them, not even believing in them. You know, that's the power. It's just like it's part of the mind that we don't tap into, because we don't even understand that, because we are not even. Man, that's a whole other conversation. We think we are that, so it's like there is no separation between you and the consciousness, kind of between your perception and consciousness. When you become conscious or more conscious, you can see yourself. There is like a place between you and your reactions, so you can choose your reactions, like the calm, emotion, thought. So you kind of see like, oh, okay, no. You have the choice to kind of, no, yes, you know. When you don't have buffer zone, you are it.
Yeah.
The anger comes, you think you're it's like, you know, you're just not even there.
Yeah.
You're not even present. So
Yeah.
that's where it starts. You know, it starts from that self-consciousness, understanding that, hey, I am consciousness, and I have a choice what to believe in, what to feel, how to proceed. You know, there is like a buffer zone that grows bigger with more medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It just allows you more space and more time between you and reaction.
Yeah.
You know.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So you have seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Just practice that.
Yeah.
Next time you know see a huge obstacles, just wait a second,
Yeah.
breathe through it, remember the river,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, wait a second, let me deal with it differently now.
Mm.
You know, bring that consciousness to the moment. You know,
Yeah.
and it's already in you. You just remember that. It's a recall. Just recall. You know,
Yeah.
and that's how you will be solving problems in life. You
Yeah.
know, and challenges are always there.
Mm.
You know, you go back to Matrix, plenty of challenges there, plenty of numbers.
Yeah. Exactly.
On the streets.
Zeros and ones. Yeah.
You know, so remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I
Oh.
want to congratulate you on your marriage proposal. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
That
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah. That was very spiritual.
You heard me. You heard me.
No, it was a good idea.
That was good. So that was wonderful, and you know, really wish you a good life from now on. You
Thank
know,
you.
just like it's going to be different.
Yeah.
There is no longer one person wandering in the matrix. There are two people.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, with the same vision, same goals.
Yeah.
So it's just more fun,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and there's more support, more joy. It's a beautiful union. It's beautiful, and hopefully there will be little mathematicians. You know, spiritual,
Yeah.
spiritual mathematicians.
God, well,
Make
that
sure
would
they're
be genius,
spiritual, man. Make sure they're spiritual in the numbers.
Well, yeah.
It's important. It's important.
Yeah. I'm not sure that it works. But
Well, try that. When
Yeah,
you
yeah.
teach them math, try to tell them, hey,
yeah.
there's a space between. It's not empty, you know, as they
Yeah.
tell you. It's full of life, full of spirit.
No. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And
Well,
hopefully
that's-
back soon. Yeah.
of course, guys. We would love to see you back for a
Yeah.
longer time to go
Mm.
deeper into it. You know, a week it's a very short time,
Yeah.
but it's still powerful. It still can be very life changing, even a week.
Mm-hmm.
But the more time you spend with the master, you just go deeper into it, and you just have more trust and more navigation capacities. You can just navigate through the medicine and kind of go where you want to go, not only where it takes you.
Yeah.
You know, it just
No,
comes
well,
with more practice. You know, it's
Yeah.
very beautiful exploration of consciousness. You know,
Mm.
so but what was done, and it's good.
Yeah.
You know, it
No,
was
thank
good
you.
work. So you know, all the best from here.
Thank you.
And now I interview your wife.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks so much.
Okay, of
Yeah,
course, man.
see you
Good
soon.
luck.